Okay, hello, people. It's only a few days left of chapter 6 in Fortnite, you guys. With that in mind, I thought that I would do a little recap of this chapter. Let's just start with chapter 1. No, not chapter 1, season 1. Hunter. We got a totally new map. Beautiful. It got a lot of praises and deserved positive attention. It was really beautiful. I think it was really, in a way, cohesive and had a lot of different POIs. You had snow, you had wood, forests, you had mountains, you had water, you had city. Yeah, I liked it a lot. Was it in season 1 that we got the Holo Twister for the first time? Everyone loved it. And then we had the Surge Fire SMG and the Wheeled Precision SMG. We had the Sentinel Pump and the Twin Fire Pump. Was there any more? We also had the Fire Oni Mask and the Void Mask. And I think it was the first time we got the sprites. They were really welcomed, they were so cute, and they also were great to have. Like the water sprite could heal you, and the cloud sprite would give you a lift. And do you remember how hard we searched for the tree sprite? You could give him a weapon of any kind and then he will give you one back. That was, I think it was orange, not mythic but legendary. Is that correct? I'm not totally sure on that, but it gave you back something. You didn't know what you got, but it was worth the chance. I really liked it. It was new, funny, and cute at the same time. So I think they nailed it. I think the storyline, the quests, everything was really great. And you also got a few mysteries to solve, secrets. To start out with the bushranger in the pink forest. If you found him, he could be on 3 different spots and you would have to bring him a sprite. In return, you got the key card and you could open the vault. And inside that vault, it was numerous chests. It was ammo, it was heals, it was the Typhoon Blade. That was also a new creation in this loot pool. Very hated and very loved, I think. And yeah, in that bunker or secret room, you could loot up a whole squad with no problem. You also had the secret room underneath Magic Mosses. There you also had to bring a sprite of some kind, and then you had to open the secret door that was like stones that rose. Inside of that vault, you also had numerous chests, heals, everything that you can imagine. Really great. And then I don't think the last room was at the start, but do you remember when the water drained from Flooded Frogs? We could get into a vault even there. It was not that great, but it was another secret. It kept you interested, and we didn't know how many of these it was, so we in a way kept searching for new ones. I think that was really smart and really great, and the secret was worth it. And then we had the bosses. We had Shogun X on the island, and he would give you a mythic Typhoon Blade, and the medallion would give you infinite sprint, I think, and also that you got invisible while you sprinted. So a pretty good medallion, but I don't think it was like, if you got the medallion you had to win. You didn't, it wasn't that OP. And another player could have gotten a Typhoon Blade. It wasn't like there was only a few Typhoon Blades in the match, it was enough. So I think it was well balanced. And the other medallion I think was Nitro's. And she gave you continuously reloading your weapons or something. That was also great, but I think most people went for the Shogun X medallion. But the constant reload is also valuable and not OP, just a little advantage. And what more did happen? Yes, the sprites we talked about. And the masks, the bosses. Shogun X also, like before Island came, appeared. He was on the ground, and you can get boons. Boons were the new things. You could get different boons for different purposes. I don't remember everything. I do not remember everything. I actually do not remember, but the boons was great. It was something that you were happy to get. I liked it. I think that was chapter 6 season 1. Quickly recapped. I really liked it. I think it was the best, with maybe season 2 for me. So season 2 was Lawless season. I think the map changes really flowed well with the original map that was so beautiful. And we got tons of new stuff. We got the vaults in different parts of the map. We had Dashwater. Like the theme was gold, and we had the black markets where we could buy different kinds of weapons and heals. And also we could buy bots, the NPCs there. After we got the key cards, you had to do different quests to get the key cards, and then you got paid, if I can say it like that. When you got the best key card, you could get exotics, you can get mythics. We had different type of exotics. We had mammoth, the explosive mammoth. We had the stink rifle. We had the marker sniper thingy. Did we have the pump and dump thing? Yeah, I think we had an exotic pump and dump that gave you dashes, didn't it? We also had the exotic hollow twister. Oh, we had, what is that name of the other AR? Oh, I can't seem to come up with the name, but we had a different collateral damage AR. We also had an exotic of that. It was so great. A lot of new things, and it rotated, so it wasn't the same things, and you didn't really know what was where. And yeah, we also had the shockwave launcher exotic. I think that was 6 or something. And then yeah, we had markets, the black markets, and we could rob banks, vaults, and also the bosses. We had Shogun X still. That was maybe the bummer, because it really wasn't any good. When you got that medallion, you got a shield bubble around you when you popped shields. That was it. So really not very, that was nothing I risked my life for, if I could put it like that. But I think we got a mythic hollow twister from him. So I think a lot of people just went for the mythic hollow and didn't care for the medallion. But Fletcher Kane was the second boss, and he appeared on different places on the map. Sometimes he appeared in his home, and then he was on the train, and he was also on the different banks at the different places. or vaults. Like he could be in Seaport City, and he could be on the train. He could be at his house. He can be in Mask Meadows, I think, and probably one more place, wasn't it? I can't seem to remember all of it, but I think that was a lot of fun. That you didn't know exactly where it was going to show up until you got on the bus. And he also gave you that sprint medallion, that nitro maybe almost, so that if you sprinted into people, you yeeted them away. And we had, yeah, he gave you the mythic mammoth that had 2 bullets before you had to reload. That was really, really, really great. In the loot pool, we had regular mammoth. I don't think did we have snipers? Yay or nay? I cannot seem to remember, but we had the exotics one, but I don't. Yes, we did. We could buy snipers. Now I remember. We had the solo twister. We had the sentinel pump shotgun, and I think we also had the twin fire shotgun. I think that was the same shotguns in season 1. But when was the only shotgun? Was that in season 1? Sorry for getting off track here, but we also had the kneecapper that I will say was the Typhoon Blade Junior thing. You could fling people. Oh my gosh, we smacked opponents, we smacked each other, we yeeted everything everywhere. You could smack cars. It was great, and also really irritating to die from fall damage, from being flung from the mountaintops and stuff. But yeah, the kneecapper. We also had the drill as a movement item. That was so great. Was it in Lawless season that we got to be Godzilla or no? I don't remember, but I think we also had Mortal Kombat. And then you had that whip. One of the mythic was a whip that you're like, get over here. Do you remember? That was fun. But yeah, I think Lawless season was great. I have nothing to say besides the Shogun medallion, but I like that you needed to spend a lot of bars to get the new things and like the advantages and all of that, but it was really easy to get gold as well, so no problem at all, I would say. And then after Lawless season, we got into mini season, Star Wars themed. I tried not to go into that being pessimistic. I was like, okay, I don't care for Star Wars really, but it could still be fun playing Fortnite Star Wars, you know? But we had 2 seasons with a lot to do, secrets, very good storylines, nice quests, things to do, all matches, besides just getting in, eliminate, or get eliminated. The matchmaking for the 2 seasons was great. I think mini season, Star Wars season got a little out of hand. It was only pew 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 weapons. I did like the thing that you didn't need to search for ammo. That was a really blessing. And I also liked the sniper in the season. They really tried to make it big with the live event and everything, but I think I personally got very easily bored with that season, so for it to just be a month was enough. I also think that the map maybe didn't have enough changes, and all of the new POIs was on the outskirts. It wasn't, yeah, nothing special with that season. I think I will set it like that. And then we went into season 3, Super, and here we got new loot. We got the green scanning glasses. That was new. We also got new sprites. We got the Superman sprite and we got the dashing sprites. The thing with the dashing sprite was that if you did a double jump and you did it at a wrong place, you could get serious fall damage or break your bones. I mean, that was it. Irritating. So I didn't pick up the dash sprite unless I needed to flee or something. We got to be Superman. The matchmaking, in my opinion, was off. I think that ruined a little bit of the season. And I think it was a really great season for the one that hates campers, because you couldn't camp or hide because of the glasses. That's scanned. And if you were like playing duos, trios, squads, you could like scan a lot. But it was fair. Everyone could get one. Nothing like that, but it was like, yeah, new. We also, I think it was in season 3 that we got the Spire Rifle, a really good AR. We could really, it had a lot of, you had a lot of bullets to fire before you had to reload. That was great. We had the Overlord sprites that gave you mythics. No, not mythic, exotics. We had the pistol, we had the shotgun. And I think we had, oh no, I don't remember the gun that Core gave us, the boss Core. But it was a red eye, a DMR. That was an explosive DMR as an exotic, and it was like the shock, not shockwave, but yeah, shockwave, shockwave pistol. And we have the Yank Wallace shotgun, I think, as exotics. As the bosses, we had Core on the island, and if you got Core, you got that DMR, mythic DMR, and you had invisibility when you jumped. And I think you also jumped higher. And then we had Daigo, and he had that you got shield, and he also got a faster reload, and he got you a mythic Spire Rifle. That was good. And then yeah, what more did we have? I don't think it's more than that. I feel like the thing that messed things up and started to affect me was the matchmaking getting out of hand. It didn't seem like I was in the lobbies that I should have been. So it was really hard to win, and I don't need to win every match. I don't need it to be easy or anything. I don't want to meet just bots, but the real players that I was up against was a lot better than me. I didn't stand a chance. So I think that ruined a little bit for me. But yeah, I still had fun. I would say it was okay. I don't think the Superman thing, that you could become Superman, was as good as being Godzilla. But it was a nice thing, I guess. Then we jumped into season 4, Shock and Awesome. Here we got the bugs taking over after the live event in season 3. And I do not remember quite how it was we started, but we got the Wrecker Revolver. It hit so dang hard. And also pretty fast people found out that, okay, we can double pump now, because the Wrecker Revolver is acting and hitting like a shotgun, but it's categorized as a pistol. So when you had another shotgun, you could double pump. That means that you could fire shotgun after shotgun pretty fast. And then compare that with really hitting hard with the Wrecker Revolver, you got instant eliminated pretty fast. So they tried to nerf the Wrecker. It's still possible to double pump, but they really nerfed the Wrecker Revolver. And we had 3 medallions starting off. We had the one that you could double jump with. We had the sliding one that really made your movement really fast. And then we had the shield over time. I think it gave you back shield when you hit someone or something like that. And then the issue started when people got both the double jump medallion and the sliding medallion, and also you got combine that with fizz and shockwave launcher. So I was like acting like a bot. I could not figure out where people was. It went by so fast because the players, I did not have the skills to do that. So the players that we met was better than us from the get-go, and then when they got all of this and combined all of this, we didn't have a chance for their life. So I think that was a bit off, but I don't think that the medallions and the power of them wouldn't be that effective if the matchmaking would have been better. Because players at my level would not be able to do that, so it wouldn't be that big of an issue. And I think they could have solved it with a different things. They took the medallions away, and then taking down a boss didn't give you anything. You know, it gave you a weapon, but it wasn't that good, so you didn't go for it. And then you take away one thing to do besides just going in and play. So yeah, not much to do. So I think they could have rotated the medallions, having like a numerous week of 1, then 2, then 3, or just making it possible for each player to pick up one medallion at a time, so you couldn't combine all of them. I think that would have made a difference. And the biggest one, the matchmaking, something was really, really wrong. And I don't think that I was alone of feeling like that. Yeah. We also got the Power Rangers this season, or we could first talk about the bugs. The bosses were queens, big queen larvae, or what I could, big things, and they have small bugs around them. And at first, I think they dealt 3 damage, and they were so many. So they nerfed the bugs, so they only dealt 1 damage, and they also reduced the amount of bugs. But like before they took them completely away, the bugs, it was like 4 bugs. So I think they nerfed it all too much. And yeah, compare this to season 1 and season 2. It was nothing to do. No secrets, no extra side quests, or what I could call it, in it, the quests overall, the storyline. It seems like they didn't care. It was nothing. Very boring. The loot pool, I guess, was okay, but it seems like they really was trying to balance things out and figure out what to do, because do you remember we had a few weekends where you have, okay, this weekend we have this old loots coming in, and in one of those weekends we got the Holo Twister back, and then they took it away and people got really mad, and thankfully they gave it back, so that we have the Holo Twister now. I think the OXR, I think the loot pool is okay and good in this season, really. But I think if the OXR rifle had a scope, I think that would be a massive change. It would be almost as good as the Holo Twister. Really, really, really good. But I'm glad we got the Holo back. I'm glad we have the snipers. And I think that the demon hunters, bringing in them was a lifesaver. It was new stuff coming in. We had the Zoe bubbles, we had the Mira noodles, and we had the Rumi sword. And the storm looked different. We had the flags that we could dance at and then get loot. I think they were really smart about that. The only thing that was sad about it was that we only had a week of it and then it was gone. But really, really, really fun. And I think also Fortnite really saves this season a little bit. The matchmaking has gotten better. And yeah, they have made map changes. They have had, I don't know how many collabs. The Scooby-Doo, Wednesday, the clown thingy, Jason, the Scream mask. Oh my gosh, the knife. The knife that you can get in the phone freaked me out. For reals, that is so much fun. I think that the knife could scan a wider area though. That would have been nice, but I think as a weapon, it's fun, it's new, it's something that we haven't seen. And yeah, also the Demon Hunters, we had the mask, the cat mask that was like an Oni mask. That was great. I think they tried to listen, but was like, what are we doing wrong here? So I hope that they can figure things out, how to please people. I think what's important with the loot pool in every season is that it should be possible for every game style to have something that is on, like is boosting their style. Because some seasons that we have had this year, we had not have a weapon with a scope at all. And that means that you only for reals needs to be pretty close to eliminate someone, both because you can't see them far, and also if you get a hit, it's like, I don't know, 48 damage. So if you plant one hit, you're not able to put in more than one or maybe two, and people can get away easily. And then it's only close combat with shotguns, and not everyone is comfortable with that, or that is not their playstyle. So I think it should be room for more than just one playstyle at a time. I don't think it needs to be or should be a one-shot weapon, not a shotgun, not a sniper, no nothing like that deals like 250 damage, not necessary. But like just having the possibility to get a weapon with a good scope so that you can at least see from far away, that would have been great. And also having good shotguns, because that has also been a problem up until the Wrecker Revolver. You only had the Sentinel shotgun, and it takes, like, you had to take one shot and then switch to another weapon and continue to get real with that, I think, because it was too slow. You could be shot in between taking another shot. So yeah, I think they're really trying to please us and make us happy. And I think it's important that they have stuff to do besides just jumping into a game and eliminate others or get eliminated. I think we need bosses with okay medallions, not OP. It could be like the same type of medallion. You cannot come up with a new one every season. And maybe we don't need more than 2 each season. 3 is unnecessary, but 2 is okay. And like infinite ammunition is a great medallion. I think most of us would want to have that. Also infinite sprint, invisibility of some kind is okay. We do remember in Marvel season in chapter 5 we had like if you crouch you were invisible, and then we had in chapter 6 we had the sprint invisibility medallion. So, and double jump in itself, I don't think that is a bad or an OP medallion, not the sprinting medallion itself either. So I think it was the matchmaking, not the medallions. And we need bosses. I think that is not good to take out, or the medallions to take them out. I think now Jason, if he had a medallion, I think more people would have tried to eliminate him. He's on the outskirts. The storm often comes there very quickly. So I'm really excited for the Simpsons season. I'm looking forward to it, but maybe even more chapter 7. Because I feel like that is more, it's bigger. But I'm looking forward to Simpsons. Oh my gosh, I think it will be really, really fun. I hope they put all of the energy into it and really takes advantage. Advantage that is only 4 weeks. You could do whatever. I think we will have a lot of fun. And I think chapter 6 overall has been a good chapter, but the main thing that has been my problem has been the matchmaking the last 2 seasons. It has been something wrong with it, and I understand that it might be because of the player numbers, but yeah, something has been off. Not only for the players that are not really pros or anything, but also for the pros that they haven't gotten right opponents either. They have played against a lot of bots, even though maybe not every one of them is real bots, but maybe someone just like me. So I hope that that will get better. I hope to see you in the next chapter and a new season. I hope you enjoy this chapter and will enjoy Simpsons now, and then we have chapter 7 and Winterfest. I really love Fortnitemares this year. I'm glad that they do something at Fortnitemares and Halloween. It's great. Let's just look at me trying to escape this phone call that I'm scared to take. Oh, I ran, and he searched and searched. I did not think this would end well. I tried to get away and find cover because he knows where I am, and he was thankfully not creeping around. He was running. So I saw his footsteps all the time. And here I'm like, okay, where should I go? If I jump down here, I will get fall damage. Is it anywhere I could go down? And I tried to take my chainsaw, but I switched to the shotgun and got a little damage. So I just thought I will just swing this thing around me, and it paid off with 10 HP left. See ya. Bye.